You're welcome again to another edition of Sports Update Ghana. And coming up, some 4 players are set to miss out on Ghana's squad to face Nigeria. And these are some key players who played a role in Ghana's AFCON 2021 campaign. The likes of Mubarak Wakaso, Manaf Nurudeen, David Abagna, Maxwell Abbey-Quaye are all set to miss out on the Black Stars squad, which is going to be named by Coach Otuado in the next couple of days. So as usual, if today is your first time, do also subscribe to the channel, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So quickly, let's settle for the details. So in the next couple of days, the Black Stars interim head coach Otuado is expected to name his squad for the game against Nigeria, which will take place between March 25th and March 29th, with the first game being played at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. However, the coach is said to have submitted his probable lineup to the Black Stars Management Committee to assess and prune the squad, and it appears that some 4 players did not make the list. And let's start off with the first player, that's Mubarak Wakaso. Yes, Mubarak Wakaso, when it comes to the Black Stars, has paid his dues and senator when it comes to the Black Stars. In fact, he played a key role in Ghana's last AFCON, where the Black Stars made it to the final, I think, in 2015. But in the recent one that we went to the AFCON 2021, the player had to be sidelined due to some injury woes that he has been facing, and it appears that the player has not gained his full fitness, and that is why Coach Otuado has left him out of his list of players that he wants to use for the game against Nigeria. And Mubarak Wakaso has been working hard on his fitness, but it appears that Coach Otuado has to let the midfielder go so that he can use other options for the game. So it's going to be sad that we are not going to see Mubarak Wakaso, one of the players who has the ability to strike from 30 yards and get a goal for Ghana. But it appears that Coach Otuado has a replacement for Mubarak Wakaso, and we'll see who that player is. Another player who is expected to miss out on this squad is Philimon Baffour. Yes, according to reports, the GFA president's darling boy, I'm talking about Keto Kriku's darling boy, Philimon Baffour, used to play for Dreams FC, will not be called for this game. The player who now plies his trade with Rio Ave in Portugal has not been called up for the game against Nigeria, according to reports. Yes, the player, according to many, used the Black Stars as a ticket to get a club abroad in Portugal, and finally, now that he has gotten a club in abroad, it appears that, well, his mission in the Black Stars is over. Philimon Baffour, if you remember, has earned about 8 call-ups to the Black Stars, and in all these 8 call-ups, he has not featured for the Black Stars in any game. Yes, when Andy Adam was struggling in defense and we needed a better option for Andy Adam's replacement, in fact, Coach Milovan Radivak did not use him under the reign of Coach Siki Akono, also when Andy Adam was not with the Black Stars as a result of the red flag that South Africa were said to be in for the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Coach Siki Akono ended up settling for Heart of Hook captain, that is Fatal. Fatal, yes, that's how I remember his name. But Fatal ended up playing in that position for the Black Stars, whilst Philimon Baffour was in the team. Yes, he wasn't given the nod. The only time Philimon Baffour played for the Black Stars was in a friendly game played at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium before a particular game, I think in the 2021 African Cup qualifiers, and not feature in any game. Philimon Baffour is not going to be called for the game against Nigeria, which is going to be a 2-legged affair, and I think this goes right for a number of Ghanaians who believe that the player is not a product who is ready for the Black Stars. Although the GFA president Keto Kriku came to defend him, it appears that still, well, Coach Otuado does not want to work with this particular defender. Also, one player who's set to miss out on the Black Stars call-up is Maxwell Abbey-Quaye, the great Olympic striker. Yes, Maxwell Abbey-Quaye, before getting a call-up to the Black Stars for the 2021 African Cup of Nations in Cameroon, was in the best form of his life, scoring about 7 goals in the Ghana Premier League. He scored a hat-trick before he was handed a call-up, a surprise call-up, which his coach had already predicted that definitely his striker was going to get a call-up for the Black Stars. But it appears that after he got the call-up, he wasn't even used for any game. In fact, the only game he played was the friendly game against Algeria, where the Black Stars lost to the Algerians by 3-0, and since then he not featured for the Blasters. Anytime we saw him, he was either on the bench or he was in the stands watching the Blasters in action, and Maxwell Abbey-Quaye wasn't productive with the Blasters. We only saw him training with the Blasters here and there, but it appears that, well, Coach Otuado is not really enthused about the player. Well, Maxwell Abbey-Quaye himself, ever since he returned from the AFCON 2021, has not been in the form of his life. Well, he contributed to their game against Hearts of Oak, that Olympics against Hearts of Oak, where Olympics defeated Hearts of Oak by 1-0, and they kind of disguised the Hearts of Oak defense to allow his teammates go and score that particular goal. And since then, well, we've not seen Maxwell Abbey-Quaye in the form of his life again. So, well, it appears that Coach Otuado will not be working with Maxwell Abbey-Quaye. Another player who's set to miss out on the Black Stars squad for the game against Nigeria is RTU striker David Abagna. David Abagna was one of the 5 local players who rightfully earned a call-up to the Black Stars for the tournament in Cameroon. Well, Abagna possesses the quality to play for the team, but unfortunately the current form of the RTU player, however, will not validate the decision for him to get selected to play for the Black Stars. He got injured during Ghana's AFCON tournament and has not since recovered. Yes, David Abagna picked up a knock at the AFCON 2021 training session, and since then he has not been in his active days. Well, he also didn't feature for the Blasters at the AFCON 2020. He was one of the players who got benched throughout the tournament, from the group stages where we played the likes of Morocco, Gabon, and Comoros. Well, David Abagna did not feature in any game. The only game he featured, I think, if I remember rightly, was the game against Algeria. He's certainly not going to make the squad for the games. And finally, the goalkeepers as well. Well, in the goalkeeping department, it turns out that Coach Otuado does not want to invite Manaf Nurudeen and Lawrence Ati-Zigi, those goalkeepers, according to some sections of Ghanaians, are not also good. Well, we saw what they were able to showcase when they were given the opportunity in the game against Algeria. They succumbed to 3 goals with Lawrence Ati-Zigi conceding 2 goals within the few minutes he came on in the second half, and Manaf Nurudeen also conceded 1 goal, and it tells you that, well, the coach does not want to work with them. Well, in their absence, though, it appears that they've been sacrificed for Hearts of Oak goalkeeper, that is Richard Atta, and Asante Kotoko's goalkeeper, that is Danlad Ibrahim. These are the goalkeepers who might make it to the squad to face Nigeria, and till date we still don't know who is going to become the number 1 shotstopper for the Black Stars in the game against Nigeria. Well, a number of people still think that Jojo Wolakot deserves to be in the team because he has had 3 incredible games where he's been able to keep 3 consecutive clean sheets, but unfortunately, just last week he conceded 3 goals in their 3-2 defeat in the English League 2. That is, Sweden Town lost by 3-2 in their game over the weekend. So yes, these are the 5 players who are likely, or 6 players who are likely to miss out on the Black Stars upcoming game against Nigeria. So we had the likes of Mubarak Wakaso, who's a senior player, Philimon Baffour, the darling boy of the GFA president, Maxwell Abbey-Quaye, David Abagna of RTU. We have goalkeepers Nurudeen, Manaf, and Lawrence Ati-Zigi. Well, there's also Ghana's captain Andre Ayew, who's also set to miss the game against Nigeria after picking up a red card in Ghana's last game at the AFCON 2021, where he clashed into the Comoros goalkeeper and had to be sent off. Ghana went ahead to play that match by 10 men, with Comoros winning that game by 3-2. So Ghana will be without their lead captain and one of their finest goal scorers in the Black Stars currently, that's Dede Ayew. Well, another player who people are saying, and according to reports, might miss out on the Black Stars squad is Kamaldeen Suleiman, who is one of our sensational wingers in the team. The youngster is currently injured and has missed a number of games for his club in the French league, that's FC Winnie, where he plies his trade. So Coach Otuado's squad is likely to be hit by the absence of sensational winger Kamaldeen Suleiman. We'll see how the team first against Nigeria in the game that we played at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium for the first leg on March 25th. Well, this is where I draw down the curtains for today's edition of Sports Update, and I'll come your way with another episode. Please do subscribe to the channel, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. Peace out.